Wow, okay, so it finally worked. It only took like all freaking night. This is the first time I've done this, so you guys are going to have to bear with me here. Hi, Gabriel. Hi, Brian. Okay, so at least I have chat working. Can you guys hear me okay? I need a better mic position if I'm going to type and talk at the same time. Yeah, I really do. Let me see. Let me just put this over here. Guess we can still hear that. Sweet. You have to bear with me here. The delay between what I'm seeing and what you're seeing is about 10 seconds or so. So I keep looking up there at the top screen going, what? Why am I talking what I said a minute ago? Well, anyway, I have nothing to share tonight. I just wanted to finally make this work after goofing around with it for 3 days. I've installed every piece of software on the planet that I can think of to stream to YouTube. And cool, I have 2 watchers. Don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I got 2 watchers. So go me. Now, can I... How do we take this and share it? Like, for example, to Facebook. I have no idea. Interesting sound. Like, for example, to Facebook. Oh, my own sound is muted. Okay, that makes sense. No idea. Well, interesting sound. Like, for example, to Facebook. Look at there. Oh, my own sound is muted. Okay, that makes sense. No idea. So, how do we... Well, interesting sound. Like, for example, to Facebook. Anybody got a question? Since, hey John, where you at? Where you from? So, how do we... Anybody got a question? Since, hey John, where you at? Where you from? So, how do we... Anybody got a question? So, since, hey John, where you at? Where you from? So, how do we... I guess I could broadcast a Facebook Live, but... Anybody got a question? I have to actually go watch a video on how to share a video on Facebook.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I am Dr. Nick Nickham, and we are going to learn how to share
That's awesome. What time is it there?
YouTube live video streaming to Facebook. First, we need to go to our YouTube account and open up our channel. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. On the left-hand panel, click on Nickham, and we are going to learn. Then you type up the title of your YouTube live video streaming to Facebook. First, okay, now to our YouTube have this image open up our channel. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. On the left-hand panel, click on Nickham, and we are going to learn. Then you type up the title of your YouTube live video streaming to Facebook.
Should be able to.
First, okay, now to our YouTube have this image open up our channel. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. On the left-hand panel, click on Nickham, and we are going to learn. Then you type up the title of your YouTube live video streaming.
Where I'm from at 25 times.
First, okay, now
Yeah, you hear video from me. Hey, what's up? Buddy Record?
channel.
How you doing, brother?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. On the left-hand panel, click on Nickham, and we are going to learn. Then you type up the
it's
title
looping?
of your YouTube
Like,
live
is
video
it
streaming.
a stuttering, repeating loop, or...
First, okay, now
Yeah, you hear video from me.
this
Hey, what's up? Buddy Record?
channel.
How you doing, brother?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. On the left-hand panel, click on Nickham, and we are going to learn. Then you type up the
it's
title
looping?
of your YouTube
Like,
live
is
video
it
streaming.
a stuttering, repeating loop, or...
First, okay, now
Yeah, the question is... Hey, what's up? Okay, it's live now. It's public. I think I can just click the video. Yeah, you hear video from it. Hey, what's up? And share it to Facebook. Oh, that's weird. Okay, I gotta admit, that's really strange to be able to see my own YouTube video in live, although it's... Oh, yeah. And there's chat, so I can see live chat over there. You can't see where I'm pointing, although you could if I turned on the screen source. That would probably cause a video loop of me watching video, of me watching video, of me watching video. So, pardon me a second. I'm gonna go to Facebook and see if this works. Okay, I gotta admit that's really strange. Let's see if this works. If it does. Oh yeah. And there's chat. So you can see me broadcasting live on YouTube. Although you could if I turned on the screen source. Probably cause the video loop of me watching video, of me watching video, of me watching video. Post. Okay, so my live stream is posted. Pardon me a second. I'm gonna go to Facebook and see if this works. And now I can close that. Go back to my live stream. And now I should be able to interact with you guys a little bit better. You have to just forgive me here. This is the first time I've ever done this. So yes, there we go. I'm streaming and I can see chat. So hi Justin. Pardon the typo. Now that I know how to do it, what the hell am I going to use live chat for? Any ideas? What does the world at large want to see from me that they want to see live? Because usually I have the benefit of being able to like edit this stuff down, get rid of the stutter, get rid of the, me picking my nose and well. So this would be much better if I actually had some content. I don't have any content today at all. I'm just seeing if this works. Oh, there's the stupid link. Yeah. Well, say something. I'm sitting here talking to myself. You still there, buddy? Saludos desde Chile. I think that means greetings from Chile. I hope. Hi from Chile. Yeah, I was close. Now what? Greetings from Honduras. What flavor am I vaping? That's the first actual question I get on live TV ever. It's weird. Like, I'm sitting here talking to whomever is out there in the entire world. That's, this is a mix. This flavor, buddy, is horrible with a light note of, oh my God, I cannot wait for this shit to expire and my new stuff to get here. That's what the two flavors I have. It's some kind of coffee and I don't remember the other one, but they're bad. They're gone. I threw them out. Okay, I think I'm streaming again. Crap, I'm not even logged into YouTube yet. The software is streaming, so I guess I'm streaming. I think I can record this too. I can if I wanted to. All right, well that's cool. Let's see if this works. Did I lose them? And we're back. Are you guys still there? Joshua Jones, you still there? Not my fault, man. It had to be a lightning strike to answer. It had to be. Anyway, I've replaced the heat sink, the fans, the hard drive, the memory. It's between my motherboard and my processor, both of which are around $400, and I really don't want to spend $400 or $800 to track down the hardware problem. That's why my hardware died and left you guys here like hanging. But I guess it worked, and you're back. Yeah, I know I'm back. So, is my video lagging on your end? Lost video? Yeah. Wonder what I can do to cut that down. Bear with me. I'm going to pause and try to drop the frames per second. I think it's set to currently broadcast at the same speed. It's the same loops, the same seconds. Okay. Hold that thought. I guess I could just type that. Okay. All right, good, I'm back. Sweet. Video quality's not quite as good as it was, but it's not bad. How's my audio? Am I coming through clear? Clear as a bell. Okay, cool. Stream resumed. Stream continuing. This is a 15-minute stream. I've got 6 viewers. Thanks for the feedback, Joshua. So, before I just decide to call it a day, do we have any actual content anybody cares about? Let me see. I can just like move text across my screen. That's weird. Well, I think I can. Oh yeah, look, I'm just dragging that all across my screen. Well, it shouldn't buffer too bad on the video end because hell, I've got a 300 meg pipe here, so it should go pretty quick. I think I've got a 50 meg upload. So. You saying I look like Hank Williams or sound like Hank Williams? I'm not even sure that's a compliment either way. But it's cool because like now I could have done the presidential debate as a live stream. Oh yeah, my take on the third presidential debate. I will try. See, you're the reason that my computer crashed. Quick backstory. I have 3.5 hours of video lost. I did a follow-up to the third debate. I recorded it. It was like 24 minutes long, which I thought was kind of long. And then I'm like, crap, let me just try that again. So I recorded it again, and then my computer crashed. And once it starts that crash cycle, it's not going to stop. So I was up until, I think the debate ended around 11. I was up until about 3. Cursing and starting again, and I was in the last like 3 seconds of going thank you and good night. Boom, the computer locked up. And because it was doing a live record, it lost all the video. So every time it crashed, I lost everything. I didn't even have part of it. So I recorded it again the next, because actually I said, just screw it. I'm not going to make anything. I'm done. I give up. I am not destined to have an opinion on a third debate that the world can share. And I got the next day and thought, well, you know what? I'm fresh, new cup of coffee. We'll try this again. So I did. 58 minutes later, as I'm saying, have a good day, y'all, computer dies. I give up. So since you're here and you're asking live, I'll tell you my opinion on the third debate, because you're the only people that are going to hear it, because I'm not allowed to record it, apparently. The gods of the web won't let that happen. It was the best of the 3 debates. Yeah. Amy, can you bite me? It was the best of the 3 debates, I think. I was kind of disappointed in some of the questions. I think some of them were throwaways. I did like the format, this question 2 minutes, this response 2 minutes, 11 minutes more of open, topic. But it allowed them to ramble so much. Everything kept coming back to the tax questions devolved into economic stimulus, and the insurance devolved into tax questions, and the economy questions devolved into insurance questions, and so it was not great. Donald did, in my opinion, about the best he's done in these debates. Hillary did her normal great job. I have to give Hillary credit. She is a consummate politician. Yeah, bite me, buddy. Although that's really not totally your fault, but you didn't help. So yeah, third debate. I think it brought up a lot of questions that folks don't understand. I don't think half the world knows where Aleppo is on a map, which is sad. I don't think half the world understands the crisis in Syria, which is sad. I don't think that simply Sweden being outside Clinton scares. Well, she straight out scares us too, John. Or at least me. Marvin, I'm not a Trump supporter as much as I am we don't have a lot of options. And I think I said this in my post-debate follow-up. In this election, it's really sad that we as Americans aren't voting for who we really want and love the idea of being president of our country. We're voting for who we hate the least, or we're pretty much going to cast our votes against the ones that we fear the most. That's a horrible position to be in, but it's where a lot of us are. So now you know. So real quick, I know there's some lag. You guys throw me on chat where you're logging in from. I know somebody was in Sweden a while ago. Buddy's like up the street from me. He's like 35 miles from me. What I wanted, while I'm waiting on your answers, what I wanted was to be able to figure out how to do what we used to do on Google Hangouts on air, where I can do a live stream, I can bring in a second camera, a second viewer, get his camera, his audio, and then broadcast that live. So I've actually got a friend that I wanted to do a political debate with online, and I'd be able to hear his, or you guys would be able to hear my take, his take, and we do a live debate. But I can't find software that'll do that without paying an arm and a leg. Central Florida and John, Orebro, Sweden. Did I destroy that name too bad? South Korea. Holy crap! How you doing? I was trying to think of a smart thing to say about South Korea, but I can't think of one, because you guys are in like constant fear of the North Koreans, and not a cool place to be. Hi, Diesel. You spelled Diesel wrong. Manila, Philippines. Awesome. What was the question? Where are you from? I don't know, Joshua. I'm not. I've been trying to go through all the questions in real time keeps distracting me. As far as Skype, no, I don't believe there is no way currently to do a Skype interview recorded. I did one the other day using some third-party software that does work. So I can record my audio through the Yeti microphone here, which I love, and then I can record my computer's audio, but it's just not very pretty. It's not done very well. Arebra, thank you. So I didn't make it horribly bad. Let me. Now, I'm just curious. I-4 corridor. You're deciding the election. Well, that's kind of funny. I'm just not going to laugh at that on national TV. TV? Whatever you call this. Why am I depressed? What are you talking about? Now, I wonder. Yeah, I can kick users. I can block a user. I can put a user in timeout. Oh, that's funny. Buddy, I don't think I can do Google Live on air. Let me go, or YouTube Live on air. I can't remember why, but you sent me on Facebook. Yeah, it doesn't work the way you think it would. How old am I? I am 21, part 18. I'm 39. 39. I don't know why I just felt the urge to say that in a foreign language. What would that be in Arabic? Talat. I don't remember how to say 9 in Arabic. Sorry. I can do 30. I don't know how to do 9. How old are you, Trek? I look kind of like your uncle. That's weird for both of us, Joshua. Just for the record. You're the swing of the swing state. Yeah. How many electoral votes do y'all have, Marvin? I could do like how-to videos. That'd be kind of cool. Like out here doing carpentry or something. I could do the. I look older. I get that a lot, and no offense taken. Thanks for the honesty, but yeah, I get that a lot. Slayer, no, it's not a Kangertech. This is a crap. This is so old. I forgot what this is. It's a Cubis tank, a Joytech Cubis tank, and I forgot what the mod is. Siget LLE mod. What was Jad? Is it Jad? Is it Clayt? I'm trying to say how to. Can you type that phonetically? It's not Clayte. It's not. I don't remember. I remember. Wahid اثنين ثلاثة ثمانية أربعة. No, Wahid اثنين ثلاثة 4 أربعة خمسة سبعة ستة. I don't remember the next 3. Suicidal Viper. Don't do it, man. You have so much to live for. Where I live, Joshua, it is 2:30 in the morning. I need to be in bed. I was planning on going deer hunting tomorrow within about 4 hours. That's not going to happen now. Classic, to answer your question. As a job, I don't know that I'd want to do it that much. I mean, what does the world really want to know about what I have to say enough that they would pay me enough to quit my other job to do that? Besides, the channel that I would love to do, I mixed up 6 and 7. واحد اثنان ثلاثة أربعة خمسة ستة سبعة. That's right. Seba is 7. I'm not trying to learn Arabic. I spent 2.5 years in northern Libya for work. So I kind of had to learn Arabic to get through and live. Trek, as far as vaping, today is October 23rd. I quit smoking cigarettes November the 13th. So I am 11 months and 20 days in, 10 days in. Dallas, I know you in the real world. Hi, Miss Dallas. So yes, I have quit smoking, and now I'm just doing this, and I would like to actually quit this too. Oh, so you do it as a job? What do you do? Oh, and I was going to say that if I was going to have a job on YouTube, I would want the job that Joe Santagato has, because he's already got the best crap out there. But what do you do in terms of? I mean, if you're on YouTube as a career, what do you do? Well, John, if you do smoke, you know, it's a great thing. I smoked Marlboro Lights for 22 years. I had a friend that brought one over. Bro over's vape, and he was smoking it, and I tried the electronic cigarettes, and his just kind of smelled good. I was like, ooh, that's good. Can I try that? Can I hit that? And he said, yeah. And next thing you know, I'm like, screw it, let's just go to the freaking store right now. And I quit the next day. Was a Swedish Marine, but quit smoking is way harder. Yeah. Buddy, Antonio, Classic Lonnie is a well-established commentary YouTuber. Classic enjoys making rants, compilations, and stories. Is also Did you just copy and paste his bio? I could have done that. YouTube pretty much pays based on ad revenue. Is that right, Classic? I mean, don't get me wrong. I've got a few of my things monetized, and I make a few dollars, but not enough to quit my day job. Dallas, why are you awake at 2:30 in the morning? Those of y'all that don't know this, and this is kind of funny because I'm on YouTube to talk to random people across the world just because I can. And this is the first time I've done this, Dallas, so I just got it to work tonight. I started trying to get this to work at 12:30. It's now 2:30. But Buddy is 30 minutes that way from me, and Dallas is like 2 hours that way from me. Classic, you've gotten good at let me take all these questions and answers and just throw them together, and throw them together. There, good job there. Wants to move to the UK and be a YouTuber. Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, me either. That's why I'm still here. Of course, throwing down Cokes and coffee at 2:30 in the morning probably doesn't help. I actually have a YouTube conference with some of YouTube's partner people starting next week, which I was really not going to be too interested in doing until now. And Classic's not kidding there, dude. The work that goes into post-production. I did one video on YouTube where I worked with an NBC producer, a friend of mine. I got a lot of advice from him, and the 23-minute video took me almost 3 months to get it right, with getting the low overthrows right and all that, and it was just to get the software learned, and depending on your platform. At the time, I was using Sony Vegas Pro. I'm trying to step down now to something less intensive. I'd really love to do more live stuff like this, and again, first time I've ever done it, so we'll see. do you live in Georgia? No, I live in the Tar Heel state. You're going to have to Google that. No, I'm not in Texas, Joshua. I am in North Carolina, opposite side of the country. I've been to Texas. I got my dog there, but no, I am on the East Coast. Don't let the cowboy hat fool you. 6 hours straight on a 13-minute video. Yeah, that sounds about right. And that's what I don't have time for. Like I'll do some of these, and by the time you do your cuts and your fades and your clips, and God forbid if you're doing friggin' voiceovers, holy crap. I would love to have a guy like you that's got the skill sit and do some of my like lower third work and my intro, my outros, and hey, help an old man out, right? This should be. I would love. Are you kidding me? I'd love to get paid for this. Sit here on my nice fancy chair. Straight up 42 an hour. Where do you live, Trek? Quasi specifically. Don't be very specific, but what town, state are you in? Whiskey. Macallan single malt, does that count? It's a scotch, not a whiskey per se, but I'm not a bourbon man. I've been trying bourbon, and I'm just not. Had the cheap ones, had the nice ones, I'm just not digging it. Southern Comfort is a good old-fashioned whiskey that I like. Used to do it SoCo and lime, but I guess I can do Crown. I would be interested. Classic. Oh, cool. All right. Well, here. Can I? Let me see here. Verified member. Go up to that. Oh, I can set a user as a moderator. Huh. What is my job? I probably covered this in a different video. I probably have. I'm not really sure if I have or not. I own a managed services firm. So we have two arms. We do structured cabling and we do managed services. So the structured cabling side, we go in and we wire up new buildings commercially, Cat 5, Cat 6, copper, fiber. And then on the managed services side, we manage companies' computers for them and their staff. So we do all the work so they don't have to. It's kind of like insurance. You pay us per month a certain rate per machine, and we monitor your whole network, keep them free of viruses, keep them running smooth. And it's a nice gig. It allows me to spend a lot of my time sitting right here doing stuff like this and still get paid. And Dallas, who the hell makes that vape blend you're using? It's called Spew and Bloodbath. I would never buy either of those flavors, ever. But you can gladly have all this crap right here. I just bought a hookah machine. Dude, I spent 2.5 years in Africa. I smoked a hookah for real. This is Smoker's Crossroads. It's their Carolinas blend stuff. It's all tobacco flavors. My advice is don't buy it. It's crap. Every one of these I've tried made me want to pretty much eat my foot. Just to get the taste out of my mouth. Oh yes, I've seen the parodies, and some of them are great. Some of them are freaking amazing. I actually made it to YouTube's like top 10 that year. I was in the official YouTube spoof like for the year. It was kind of, I mean, if you're gonna be freaking famous for something, you might as well get some blast from it. What is your profiles for flavors? I don't even know how to answer that question, buddy. I just bought some new stuff from Avail because I tried theirs the other week and I really liked it. One of them was called Grandpa's Choice. No jokes about my age. The other was called Jamestown, but they're like tobacco flavors, and they're both really good. So I just ordered 4 things of each of those. They'll be here in a couple of days. What is your profile for flavors? Again, I still don't know how to answer that question. Check. We're not going to cover the laptop. Yes, I get recognized in public. It's kind of funny because it usually only happens when shut up, Dallas. It usually only happens when somebody is like there with me. That's when it's the funniest because they went through it along with me. I mean, hi Austin. They saw it. They saw the fame kind of come and go, and then like the other week we were out at a friend's house helping him move and do some construction on his new place. So we're out, tearing out bathrooms and walls, and this neighbor comes over and he's like, "Hey, you look kind of like that guy." And I was there in my tilly hat and stuff, and of course everybody just busted out laughing and was like, "What? What's so funny?" Well, he is that guy. "No, you're that guy." So yeah, and just it's what, 5 years later. I mean, how does a guy look at me 5 years down the road and be like, "Hey, you look kind of like a guy I once saw on the news half a decade ago"? Because I don't remember people I met in Walmart yesterday, much less people that I saw on the news for 5 minutes in 2011. Were I surprised by how people reacted? Yeah, a little bit. Oh, Dallas. Well, I didn't think I liked the fruity crap and the sugary flavors, but in the end, they seem to be the ones that like I can deal with. Like Appleberry Splash is pretty good, and Citrus Blend, and I didn't think I'd like those. But the tobacco ones don't taste like tobacco; they taste like butt. So I don't like those. I have a personal thing against smoking anything that used to be a box of cereal. So like I'm not going to get up and like smoke Trix or Captain Crunch or some weird shit like that. So no, that's just weird. Do you prefer to be in the spotlight or not have the fame? Yeah, Marvin, that was 5 years ago. Half a freaking decade. Do I prefer to be in the spotlight or not have the fame? There are so many things in the world I'd love to be famous for. That wasn't one of them. I'd love to be like the, best managed services IT guy around. That's never got me squat. I mean, I make a good income, but what do I hunt with? Depends on the day. Right now, because it's not conventional rifle season yet, I'm hunting with a crossbow. I'm sorry. Yeah, crossbow for right now. I've got a crossbow, a compound, and a recurve, but the one I hunt with is a crossbow. When rifle season comes in, I'm going to switch to my AR-15, and I deer hunt with that. Shut up, Dallas. What do I think of the accusations of election rigging floating around? If the Veritas Project videos are to be believed, I cannot believe mainstream news and press aren't picking this up and just... I actually can't believe that the Trump campaign is not just going with that full bore nonstop, but they're not. So, I don't know. I know the guy that did James O'Keefe, who did the Veritas videos. He's kind of got a shady past. It's not the first time he's cut together their videos and made things look like they weren't. But then again, how do you take some of those things out of context that were said in those videos? So, I don't know. I can see you being the second coming of Walker, Texas Ranger. Chuck Norris will not be flattered. I'm just going to tell you. And we're back. See if I can move this chat window. Well, I can't, but I can't move it there apparently. Nope. I wish I could make the chat screen like full. he's here, but he's not here. Mind blown. I'm trying to see how much lag there actually is. That's funny, Dante. Buddy, I started at 18. I went down to 12. I'm down now to. I'm buying 6, but then again, I'll tend to mix it with like some zeros. So between 3 to 6. I can get the camera over here where it belongs. Yeah, I can't. Classic, I can't figure out where the media is going with that. In terms of screens, Trek, I've currently got 3. I got a 40-inch up top. I got a 29-inch, which is actually just as wide as a 40-inch. New Dell that I got the other day that I freaking love. Got that down below, and I'm about to wire them up together, or rearrange the wall mount so that I can slide this one under that one. And then I've got a little 22 that stays over there in the corner, but it's turned off right now. Okay, buddy, go for it. So your question, I'm sorry, Marvin, I must have missed your question. My apologies. I will scroll up and try and find it. Oh, Veritas guy shut it down. Oh, okay. What are my thoughts on, buddy? High on the VG because I think I have a PG sensitivity. So I usually do like 80-20, 90-10. Oh, my question on BLM, or my thoughts on BLM. Hashtag don't record this. No. I think. Oh, that's just because I've got it set that way. That's why it's black and white, Trek. BLM, that's a tough one. I think there are people that have great intentions for Black Lives Matter. I think there are people that are in the movement for the right reasons. However, I think the Black Lives Matter movement has been hijacked by thugs that just want to use it to actually make the racial divide worse. That's about as clear and uncut away as I know to say it. I'm sure there's some people in it that mean well. I just don't think they can be part of. I think BLM needs to just start over again. No argument there, Joshua. I'm with you totally. I don't know why we have to put a color in front of the word lives matter for it to matter. That's not how I was raised. They all matter. Doesn't matter what. Don't call names. Who called names? What do you mean no self-promo? Zombie, I'm not sure I want to know the answer to that. Classic, I didn't really follow that much because I didn't really care which one of them got the Democratic nod because, quite frankly, I wasn't going to vote for either of them anyway. So, I put him in timeout for 5 minutes because I can do that. I have a timeout feature. That's funny. I wonder if it tells him, like, you're in timeout for 4 minutes and 55 seconds. There's a reason, but this ain't the place or time. Did I miss part of the conversation? Oh. Dallas triggered. She usually does. My vape is out of vape. Let's see what we have here that I haven't tried yet. Carolina Smooth. Dallas, are you being the YouTube mom tonight? Not with that attitude. Wow, that's really thin. Holy crap. Yeah, Trek, I'm kind of sort of expecting that kind of crap to happen a lot. So that's part of the reason I'm not really sure that I want to get on YouTube that darn much. Do I have a football team, a favorite football team? Yes. Anyone that's not going to get in the way of my regular TV lineup? No, actually, I only watch the Super Bowl. I couldn't care less about the rest of them. I like whatever one my wife does not like, so I can just get her mad at the TV. Do I play video games, Dante? Yeah. I've been playing the Xbox One a lot lately. I'm a Fallout 4 like zombie man. I got like level 79 and now, but I kind of quit it for a bit. Then I got into a friend of mine named Beard. His name is Josh. We call him Beard. So Beard and I like to go blow stuff up together. So he and I like to go find like zombie flicks. That's really Anthony. That's weird. Or classic. That's weird. There's you liking me talking to you on my phone, and you're on. That's weird. Back to my question. Oh, so games. I have held out so far and not gone to get the Battlefield 1 pre-release that I really wanted to, and now it's open and I can go get it anytime, and I'm just trying to not go spend $120 for no good reason. So yeah, Battlefield 1 is going to be my new one. I just beat Dying Light. That was pretty fun. And Resident Evil 6, I'm about a third the way through the third campaign. Yeah, but Trek, as far as clean chats, in here, I can just boot them out. That's kind of cool. Do I like stashes? I have one. You should always grow one. Chicks dig it. And it's the only thing on me that's not gone gray. You look, here's got gray, this got gray, this stayed black or brown. So I'm digging my stash. Viper Tommy, I think. Yeah, Viper Tommy, I think. You'll have to bear with me because I'm still trying to figure out how to how to use my crap. I have the Afterglow headset with chat, so it's friggin' sounds amazing, and mic works fine. I just haven't ever actually used voice chat, but like once, so I'm not sure I've got it configured right, but I'd love to get it tweaked. Dallas game systems, one or another. My personal opinion, Xbox One. That's just me. It's Microsoft. It's nowadays they are so intertwined with the OS that you just can't go wrong with that. I'll go to Dante's question next. Do I fear? No, unless you run one of those stupid transmods or you've got one that's just retarded, then no. I carry this thing every day. You can tell it's beat up, it's scratched, it's been dropped, kicked. No, they're not going to blow up until you start being like stupid and trying to customize one beyond your own skill level. Just buy one that does everything you want and use it like normal. I'm guessing evangelical? Really? What? I'm not going to answer that until you tell me why you thought evangelical anything. What was the question? Oh, while you're working on a good answer to that. Yes, classic. That's a Blue Yeti. I love that thing. Does it sound good? I've kind of got it set on chord-dotted right now, so. Joshua, hold on. I have to get the Trek's question, but give me your question again. Trek, do I carry? Yes. What is it? That's a hard thing to answer. I already answered that, Drake. My everyday carry is a Smith & Wesson Shield 9mm, just because it's small. It's convenient to carry around, but depending on the day, Beretta PX4 Storm, Glock 26, Glock 19, Springfield 1911 A1, so it just depends on the day. But to answer your question, Marvin, my belief set is independent Baptist. Definitely no, not evangelical anything. Although they can be known to be evangelical just by association, but no. Have any of you guys say it anyway, Marvin? Have any of you guys? Actually, I guess the only one here that would know the answer to this might be classic. Oh yeah, have any of you guys seen ads pop up in this? I've got the ads turned on, but that's a. I'm not sure if you're seeing anything or not. Drake, that's too complicated a question to ask on a YouTube video or to answer on a YouTube video. Yes, Ruger is a great brand of firearm. I've got about a half a dozen of them. 9mm or 45, it doesn't matter. 9mm comes out the barrel at about 1,150 feet a second. A 45 comes out of the barrel at 830 feet a second. The mathematical formula for kinetic force, which is how hard something hits, is acceleration squared times mass. So technically a 9mm hits with about 10% more kinetic energy than a 45. They're both great. I carry a 9 most of the time because in the same profile and size that I can carry 9 45 ACPs, I can also carry 19 9mm. And 87% of shots made at 20 feet or less missed the target completely. So there's a good chance that if you fire 15 rounds, you're going to miss all but one. So if you only have 7 rounds, there's a good chance they'll all miss. Well, if you guys don't have ads, you're just completely not helping my future career on YouTube at all. Go out and watch an ad just for giggles. I'm kidding. Don't do that. I'm sure you could. So, Dallas, I'm streaming on your phone. You just like sitting there staring at your phone and I'm talking back to random people and you. I hate that phrase, classic. I'm gonna let you slide this time because I like you. But I hate America. Ugh, drives me nuts. It's like a disrespectful way of saying America. And we have enough disrespect in this country as it is. I don't like the 380 frame in general, Trek. A 380 is pretty much a high pressure round that's the same as a 9mm. 9mm is a 9x19, 380 is 9x17. Most time they have a shorter barrel, which means they have higher pressure behind the cartridge, and they're going to be less accurate. So no, I normally say I stay away. But I personally don't want one. Now, should you have one? Sure, they're great. I just don't want a 380. I think it's Viper Tommy Joshua. I think. I honest to God don't know. I know I set it up, but I think that's it. First week after elections, I think AR-15s will go on a massive price hike. You guys are just hitting me with all the hard stuff tonight. Okay, my take on Kaepernick. No, I don't think he's dumb. He's not dumb. Do I agree with the way he's doing it? No. Yes, classic. I used to play paintball a lot with a few friends of mine that were in special forces. So A, I got some great training on paintball ranges, and B, I got ate up a lot by some pros. But no, I'm not a big fan of the whole Kaepernick situation. Quite frankly, I think the national anthem is not the place to show your displeasure with the way things are in America. I think it's thank you for the compliment there, Alice. I think you disparage the soldiers and the people that fight for that flag and fought for that anthem. And by taking a knee during that, you're not really doing anything to bring the country closer together. Yes, Joshua, that's me. Thanks, Zombie. Appreciate that. 41 million views and counting. Wow. I need to play paintball again. It's very strange to have a one-sided conversation. Well, it's not really one-sided, but what do I like? Good questions, Dante. Do I like any of the third-party candidates? I was actually kind of sort of going for Gary Johnson. Not going for in terms of I was going to vote for him. I like what he stood for until I found out that, quite honestly, he seems a little bit dense and like he doesn't know some basic stuff, like, for example, the leader of any country in the entire world. But no, I don't think a third-party candidate has a chance to win. I know they don't have a chance to get enough electoral votes to matter. So there's no sense in liking one because they aren't going to be part of the deciding factor. I don't have more subs. What do you mean, Zombie? Ask that again, Marvin. What kind of Tilly hat do what? Gary Johnson. Yeah, I'm with you there, Classic. He does seem kind of. Oh, how many do I have? Well, they've dropped off some. For like, I used to have 100 and some thousand on Facebook, 50,000 on Twitter, 50,000 on YouTube. I'm not even sure how many do I have on YouTube now. Does anybody even know? Now, if I keep this up, I'm sure it'll jump back up again. You're Canadian, eh? I did, Zombie, but they're gone now. Thank God. Stevie, let's not. 60,000. That's not too bad. That's funny. Who would have thought my live stream just got derailed into a Democratic candidate conversation? Things that we thought would never. Hashtag things you didn't think you'd see on Mommy's YouTube stream. Why don't we just call it 61K Dallas? Yes, Trek, I'm married. Why am I awake? Well, I was awake till 2 o'clock trying to get this figured out, which I've done now, and it's been another. Holy crap! It's 3:05. I need to go to bed. That's what I need to do. What I need to do is be like, "Hey, peace out. I'm gone, but I'm still here." You're asking why? You're still asking questions. I'm still answering them. I saw Larry Jones on the news being pretty sure. Hashtag you didn't think you'd see on Tommy's YouTube stream too. Nice. His wife is a bucket full of awesome sauce. Yes, she is. That's awesome. And classic, I'll grant you that. The best conversations are at 3 a.m. Now that I can live stream this, I got to get Beard in here because I could just record his scenes and monetize that and make a fortune. Yes, General, I do. I'm very blessed to have 3 great dogs. You can't plan it. You can't get a certain one. You just can't hope for it. Oh, that's what you meant. The clouds. Got you. Sorry. Yes, I have 3 great dogs. I'm blessed all the way around. I have 3 great dogs. I have a great wife. I do have a cat, by the way. She's usually around this time of night, but you don't see her much because the dogs can't eat her. Let's derail on something else. Do you like black licorice? No, I don't like anything kind of licorice. Hashtag most common questions for Tommy's live stream is what flavor of juice are you vaping tonight? I need to appoint somebody to be moderator so they can just re-answer the questions that have already been answered. Stevie, this flavor is what my friend Josh would call foot ass. It tastes like crap, and I'm waiting until I get my good stuff in. General, so here's a thought. Here's a thing to know. Things you learned being married to a veterinarian. Get a mutt. Mutts are overall healthier. It's called hybrid vigor. Purebred dogs, traditionally speaking, are going to have problems. You get a mutt, you get the best of both of their breeds, genetically speaking. No, I don't like licorice. Let me see. Dallas. There you go, Dallas. You're now a moderator. I'm not sure what that means. I think that means you can go to the spot over here on chat beside their names and click on stuff, like put them in timeout or block user or whatever. Yes, General, they are actually pretty much inbred. That's the actual truth. People think purebred dogs are the best thing in the world, and no, you're specifically buying a dog that has been inbred and inbred and inbred and inbred again and again. So it's a horrible idea, but Dallas, hashtag Dallas wins the YouTube election for Tommy's YouTube Live. Hashtag Buddy Reichard hashtags everything Tommy says with the word hashtag in it. How many of you people out there watch Joe Santagato? If you don't know who Joe Santagato is, you need to go watch his stuff. Dude is hilarious. Tell him Tommy sent you. I feel sorry for Chihuahuas. Whoever had that dog must have been a sadist. I don't plan on being on here long enough, Trek, to need a mod. I'm planning make moderators great again. Nice. Yes, Marvin, that's true about pure breeds. Pure breed dogs are going to have more problems than the mixed breed dogs. When it comes to animals, the honest truth of it is, let's say you take a German Shepherd and a black lab. German Shepherd, especially on the German side, tend to have the downward canted back hips, so it makes them prone to hip dysplasia. You'll never see a German Shepherd Lab mix that has that, because it's a recessive trait. The Labrador has a stronger, more dominant, healthy hip structure. The puppy will have that structure. I just fart. Probably. I keep forgetting I'm on live camera. I can't do that kind of shit. I'm glad to know all of you wanted to know if I farted. That's hilarious. It was like 6 people. Yeah, it was my chair. It was my new chair. Yeah, we'll go with I bumped the mic. There was a question in there. What's my thoughts on the future of automation? Did you see what happened to the internet yesterday? There's a good clue as to where the IoT is going, and it's only going to get worse. No, Stevie, I got this chair from Office Depot. I actually walked into Office Depot like a month and a half ago to get some copies made for a blueprint, and they had this chair sitting up front, marked down from like $400 to $279, and I thought to myself, I ain't paying $279 for a chair. Are you out of your damn mind? And then I sat down and was like, oh wait, wow, this is kind of awesome. In fact, this is really awesome. So I didn't buy it, and I went to Amazon and bought a different one because it was not $400. And then I found this Chrome plugin called Honey, and I went back to OfficeDepot.com and found that, holy crap, I can save $87. So I got this chair. Give me a happy, funny, but destructive dog. My favorite gun in my collection? Oh, I don't have. I honest to God can't answer that. I have way too many guns for one person to ever actually have enough fingers to shoot, but I love them all for a whole different reason. So I couldn't. Oh, you go. Good night, Joshua. I need to go to bed too. Why would I be the best chaperone, Trek? And chaperone for what? What am I chaperoning? But what kind of field trip? I take it back. This flavor's not bad. What was this called? No. Yeah, Carolina Smooth by Smoker's Crossroads. This was actually the first one I've tried that's not crap. I've been there, General. I do that crap all the time. Oh. No, Marvin. I have only ever pulled my gun on a living creature one time. That was a dog that was about to threaten my son. But I shot the dirt, and that was enough to scare him off. What are you rambling about, buddy? Why are you up making liquids at 3 in the morning? Do you have a name for that liquid? Like, is it going to be like Tommy's fave? Hashtag. No, it needs to be called hashtag just for Tommy. No, Marvin. Marvin Hemsworth. Beast is an Irish wolfhound.
right now, classic, she's working. She graduated high school with honors. She got into college on scholarships. Yay. Decided that, truthfully, she doesn't have a clue what she wants to do when she grows up. And I told her, I said, well, then fine. Go to work and figure it out. So that's what she's doing. Solutions for bed bugs. I'm desperate. I'm not touching that one, Marvin. Some head and shoulders in a new bed. Irish Wolfhound, it is badass. Hello, Bulldozer Studios. Oh, Dante, I think that is probably too deep for 3:15 in the morning. Yes, it is. So guys and girls, thank you all for being part of the first time I have ever done a YouTube Live. And I will do it again very soon, probably tomorrow, because I'm slightly narcissistic and this is fun. But I will work on having a little better, format and have it cleaned up a little bit and look better. So, Marvin, in that case, I just buy a new bed. They're cheaper. So, I'm going to call it a night. I'll be back sometime very soon. Thank you all for being part of this. First time I've ever done it, and it's pretty neat. So, and it looks nothing like a kitchen trick. This is my garage / workshop. That's good, classic. I'm telling you, you're good at this. Night Dallas, night buddy. Mr. Vinny, come check us tomorrow. Narcissistics, I like that. You're correct. And Stevie, I don't own one. I refuse to buy a selfie stick because then you look like that guy, like Amiri King, who walks around with a selfie stick all the time. Thanks, guys. Have a great night. I'll see you all again soon.